Hello everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn, where we're playing Legend of the Five Rings, role-playing game. Sure, why not? If you're watching, we do this live, but I'm also recording this to upload later, so if there are any, streaming issues or anything like that, hey, we're sorry. It is what it is. I'm in Alaska.
I'm in Florida.
Hey, I'm the Game Master. My name is Corey. We are joined with Matt and Joshua and Tarek and Crystal, and they are playing Togashi Tatsuo, Shiba Inoue, Akomakage, and Hina Nozomi. You know what? My name tags are wrong. Let's see if I can't get these name tags right.
Who knows?
There we go. There we go. That's so much better. So, I'm glad you're joining us for this game. This is Winter's Embrace. They're at Winter Court, which is a big political court in the winter time where the Emperor is, and everybody's fawning and doing political machinations to get to the Emperor's attention. But these guys, they're not important enough for the Emperor themselves. They have to... they have other things that they have to do that are also just as important. And that includes something that has to do with the Mantis being invited, but there's also other things that they're doing. But the main one is the Mantis being invited. There's also romantic subplots and things like that. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add, guys?
Where?
Lots of fun time drinking and such.
Oh yeah, that's going to happen. There will be fun time drinking, definitely.
Awkward stumbling and bubbling on my end.
On both our ends, actually.
So, nothing specific these guys want to talk about. Just vague things with no context. So people have no idea what they're talking about.
Well,
Perfect.
There's a play coming up that I really want to be a part of. And there's some political intrigue that I want to untangle and take advantage of.
So, before we go any further... at all, I want to thank our patrons who have been helping the channel out. Thank you so very much for supporting this channel. And if you go to my Patreon, patreon.com /deadunicorn, you'll find some RPG supplement stuff there for free. Go ahead and take it and consider supporting us while you're there. Okay. I think that's it. I should say my patrons by name: KMJH, Necrosis, and Amazonian She. Okay.
I think our unique like button thing should be smack that flesh off that unicorn's skull. Like.
Wow, that's weird. We're not doing that.
It's supposed to be weird.
We're not doing that. That's not happening.
Hey, we got dead unicorn in our name.
Especially if we have PETA coming after us.
Topic.
Yeah.
It's like, PETA!
Oh no,
How dare you
PETA!
do these things to unicorns? What are you doing to these poor enchanted creatures?
They're extremely endangered.
Yeah. Hey, do you know what unicorns do to virgin women? I'm just saying. Maybe they should go. Maybe they should go the way of the dinosaur. I'm just saying. For their treatment of virgin women. Something to think about.
I've never heard.
Oh, look it up. Look it up.
Mythology is always pretty crazy.
Hey, Brody.
You think unicorns are all just Lisa Frank, right? But no. It's all Lisa Frank and Rankin and Bass, but there's a dark side to unicorns.
Making babies, ba-da-dum. Uh-oh. And everyone wants...
we are both on Twitch and YouTube, so if you're at either of these places, thank you, welcome, and let's start. You know, I'm going to start out with some letters that are being sent to our players here. So while I'm writing out these letters... you'll see them in the little text box over there. You see that little text box? I'm going to write some letters out to some players. Everybody gets to see them because this is the game of letters, and everybody knows what everybody else is doing, what these letters are. They're open letters, and it's a game. So, the first thing I'm going to do is start writing out these letters, and y'all can talk amongst yourselves about what the game is and what your characters' goals are, what your characters are thinking and what their thoughts are. How's that sound? Do that. We'll start with Tarek. I'm sure Tarek can start us out.
I was about to say let's start with Josh, but all right.
Yeah, acting king, go for it, man.
I don't know that I'm the acting king, but
Well, amongst our group, at least.
Yeah, you're the Akoma. We cannot not.
well, my coma is probably currently stumbling home from the snow festival,
Yes.
Snow Lantern Festival, with a broken arm, looking to try to get healed. That's probably the first thing on his mind. Get some kind of treatment because he's probably in pretty big pain, despite being fairly hammered. But he has quite a bit on his mind now. He during the Snow Festival or Snow Lantern Festival, myself and Hida Nozomi were able to uncover some interesting information regarding some of the individuals at the Snow Lantern Festival, including Doji Hatsuhine or Hina and Otomo Koryusai. The Akoma is more interested in trying to not so much run the Mantis out of Crane Lands. He's not looking to do the Crane's work for them, but figure out what information he can to be able to lord it over the Crane as a result. He also has some undersided or underhanded plans for himself regarding wanting to get into the play that's going on here in the we're not in the capital of Crane, or we are in Doji Palace. Yeah, Hyuden Doji. So yeah, I want to get some notoriety by getting involved in the big play that's going to be happening soon, and also try to undermine some of the individuals in the Crane who would likely prefer to see me act subservient to them. So trying to break free of their hold on my character is a big priority for the Akoma. And that's me. I'll go ahead and pass it off to Matt.
Okay. And this is after the Lantern Festival, right?
Yes.
All right. So I assume that this is also at the point to where I parted ways with Bayushi Mei Ling. So I'm just sort of contemplating on, like, my first letter, and I assume that I finally get to my room at the what was it called,
the Dragon Guest House.
Thank you. I was gonna say outhouse for I'm like, no.
Sometimes it's like that.
Not what I wanted to say. The guest house. So I go to my room in the guest house, only to find the other open letter. I already had thought of a response, but after giving it a read, I'm going to hem and hum about it, just making it seem like I'm really thinking deeply, but I have no idea, what this letter means at all. Neither the previous letter. So I am just going to simply respond with the word in my return letter to the open letter.
Indubitably.
No, just simply. And I'll leave it in an envelope. I will have the servants deliver it to whoever delivered it to me. Otherwise, I'm just going to let them do what they need to do, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get ready for the next day, because I have no idea what tomorrow is gonna bring. But I'll try to be ready for it. And I smash myself into sleep. So is this the acting you were asking for before the stream?
It was more of a description of what you were doing?
Give or
I
take.
mean, I don't know. Well, Shiba Inoue, he, after having a pleasant evening with, oh god, what's her name?
Notes. Bring up the notes.
Hatsuhina. Doji Hatsuhina?
Yeah, I think that's who you were with.
Right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were with Doji Hatsuhina.
I was with Doji Hatsuhina. After having a lovely evening with her and being introduced to, I believe, Kakita Ryoku? No, wait.
Probably not. We met her on the first day.
Asahina
No.
Takako.
Taoko. Yeah, that's it. To talk about
Scrolls.
possibly getting some spells from the crane, as well as
Trying to hook
seeing maybe
up.
get some help in dealing with all the happenings with Shugenja business and for the Phoenix. What is it? Inoue actually, Hatsuhina actually finishes the evening with Hatsuhina, bids her good night, and then decides to write a letter thanking her for a wonderful evening, as well as to Asahina Taoko for making time as he prepares to help out with the poem session, and he heads back to the Phoenix building and calls it a night.
By the way, the poetry competition is the day after tomorrow, right?
Right, you have 2 days of whatever you want to do before the poetry
So
competition.
tonight is the night of the Lantern Festival, and then tomorrow will be an all downtime day.
Last night was the Snow Lantern Festival, so that just ended, and today will be a free day, and tomorrow will be a free day, and then the poetry competition begins. So day 3 and 4. So tonight y'all are going into town, to party with the Mantis. Tomorrow y'all have a couple of you have some dealings with the Asahina to do. And then on day 5, you will be doing the poetry competition. Sounds good?
Sounds
Okay.
good. Sorry,
So we got no
reading up on
plans until
letters
tonight.
and making copies of it so I don't lose track of all letters that income, since this is a game.
So yeah, 3 letters are sent this morning to 3 different people. Make of them what you will. Everybody knows about these letters, mind you. Everybody has seen these letters.
Oh, Inoue got one as well.
But not the crab. Not the crab. All right.
Creepy.
So Corey, I remember last game we had talked about after the festival if I was going to be able to get treatment from the people in the lion.
Oh yes.
I know you said that I wouldn't be able to be fully healed because I'm severely wounded, but
you
I
can
figured
take
they might be able
yeah, actually you can be fully healed, but it will take a downtime action. They'll have
on
to
the
cast
following day.
Yeah, they'll cast a spell on first they will do a medicine check on you to reduce the wound from severely to not severely. and then from severe to light, and then use a spell to heal the light wound.
Okay, so basically my morning is going to be taken up by...
Yes.
Nope.
You want your arms
But you
back,
will
don't
be
you?
magically healed.
As soon as your arms are set, ah! We hear a roar coming from the Lion Clan guest house. It's like, oh, must be Kage.
Yeah. If I did that, I would probably be super dishonored. So I'm gonna have to try to avoid that.
Pain roll check.
Yeah. Shit. Especially as a lion, like, that's a no-go. I will never hear the end of it.
That should be obvious to everybody.
Oh, the letter, specifically the letter to Inoue?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, during the downtime activity, can I at least, like, read the letters?
Oh, yeah. Everybody will be able to see the letters. Servants will come to you and tell you what the letters say. They're like, oh, yes, here's the letters that have been going around, letters and such.
And, can I analyze the letter as well during the downtime? Or is
No,
that gonna
you
have to
can-
be
you can-
its own downtime?
Yeah, it's analyzing the letter will take its own downtime action. Definitely. So you first, like, you're gonna be bandaged and medicine will be applied and they'll tell you to stay still and drink this tea and blah blah blah. It'll take. They got to perform the ritual. You'll have to-
Visualize yourself floating in a warm void.
You'll have to obtain the blood
gonna
to
pay-
complete the ritual.
Yeah. This seems weird, but okay. I don't know much about this, so I assume you guys know what you're doing.
You'll have to go on the quest for the heart that you'll need to complete the ritual.
I was gonna
That
say
heart-
hard cut to
H.A.R.
that, hard cut to that one guy in your Bayushi Paneki video where he's like, blood speaker. Yeah.
Oh, he seems fine to me. That guy's on the level.
That guy knows his shit. Dr. Bob, that guy, he knows.
Woo! Look
He's
at
never failed.
that crab helmet. He's a crab. He's a crab.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
He's
Those
not wearing a
goddamn-
mask like those. We know when Scorpion infiltrate us because they wear masks. If we see a crab with a mask on, that's a Scorpion. We
Then
know.
you gotta worry. Yeah. Now you know what to worry about. Exactly. Well, then I know what my first downtime activity is gonna be.
Yes. It will be healing yourself.
Yes,
And
getting
you can heal
myself
up-
tip toppy. Tip-top.
You can heal up totally. It'll be fine. You can heal yourself up 100%.
Okie doke.
I'll try to see if I can spend some of my downtime at least putting some thought into what my letter in the game of letter is supposed to mean to me. It's like,
Okay.
maybe I can figure this out. I know I sent a response, but
Yes. Do you
Maybe-
remember your response to your letter?
huh?
Do you remember your response to your letter?
Did you write it down?
I mean, I responded to it, but I still want to put some thought as to what
So
does that letter.
so
Not my response.
So people
but-
watching right now, let's give them a little refresher. The letter you got said, "Suddenly we find this world cast in a ghostly white, like a cold graveyard as night falls and the lanterns glow, lighting the way forward," right?
Mhm.
And you responded,
Simply.
simply. It's not a lot to go on there. And this is the response you got. "Prayers to the past is a prick of the needle. Cries to the future. Will bonds be like snow or trees whose roots always thirst?"
Okay. I will go ahead and analyze the composition.
Okay, composition check. What
even though
is
I have no
your
skills in that.
pick your approach?
I will attune myself to it by
Okay.
using void.
Right.
Shall I go ahead and just roll the dice?
Roll the dice.
Something.
Something you got. Are you keeping all 3 of those?
Why not?
Okay, give yourself the strife.
Uh-huh.
So, looking at this paper, you notice it's on, well, you don't notice anything. You're meditating upon this paper and trying to feel the composition of it. And this feels... You're getting a sense that this is just as flowery, just as poetic as the one that came before it. This person understands a little bit about poetry, about, you know, composition, and about what it means to write letters in Winter Court. You also get the feeling that the last letter was about a place, and this next letter isn't about a place. It's about a feeling. It's about the word bonds strikes you in this. That has real meaning there. Composition. This also follows the 57577, as most letters do at Winter Court. So you get that definitely. And both letters are talking, like the previous letter you got and this letter you got. They both have a theme of something in the future.
Okay. So, I will contemplate on that a little bit. Let's see. So, all right. At first, I wasn't really feeling like taking the game too seriously, but I think I might give it a little more thought, and I will go ahead and compose my next one-letter response, or excuse me, my one-word response.
Very well.
One word.
You know, it is traditional to follow the same format, right?
I'll go against the grain.
Even for Dragon?
Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah. Well,
That's the format of the Winter Court thing.
But
he doesn't
can
have
write
to
the
follow
letters.
it.
Yeah, you don't have to. He can write his letters however he wants.
Yeah,
If he wants
he
to
can
do
write it however he
one
wants. I was
word,
just
yes.
telling him that, like, customarily. That would-
Drop down some
yeah,
sick
I get
beats.
that, but like I said, I don't usually follow the grain completely. So I will go ahead and respond with the word must. Leave it as an open letter, send it off, and I will go ahead and get ready for my second downtime after we get finished with Inoe's and Nozomi's.
Okay. So, Shiba Noe, what are you doing this morning?
I'm going to analyze my letter because the flowers, just seeing the flowers upon receiving it puts a smile on my face and a bit of curiosity in my reading. So I'm going to look over it thoroughly and analyze. Well, I'm going to...
So there's 2 ways to analyze it, just to remind you. There's an aesthetics check to gain clues via the ink, paper, attachments, and fragrances that may be on the page. And composition to gain clues via turns of phrases or handwriting. Lastly, there's culture, which can gain clues based on the subject matter.
Okay, so there's culture, and then there's okay, so composition is for
The writing style.
Yes, composition is, this is how it's written, this is what the handwriting looks like, how it's following, if it's following a tradition or a scheme, and, yeah, how flowery it is, how matter-of-fact it is, those types of clues.
And then
Like
culture
looks-wise?
would be
Culture,
like references.
references and culture, what does this letter mean?
okay, so culture would be what does it mean? Essentially, correct?
Composition can also tell you about turns of phrases or maybe keywords in the thing.
Okay.
But culture can tell you
One's
like if there's a
What it's
story connected
about.
to it, or if
Yeah.
there's a bigger meaning that you're not getting.
one's like rhetoric, one's like literary analysis, and the other one is like how does it look? Like
Okay.
the aesthetics in and of itself.
Okay.
The one's like what is the meaning of the writing? Another one is what is the intention of the writer? Does that make sense?
Okay, I want to know the intention of the writer. So
Okay.
that would be a culture.
It's culture.
Okay. And that would be
I probably should have used that because that's what I was thinking about.
and I'm guessing I'm using air then because I'm analyzing it, correct?
That's a good way to go.
Composition.
Even though my air is like very little.
I've been there, man. I've been there.
Analyzing.
Analyzing. Meep, 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 meep.
Analyzing.
Analyzing. Meh, meh. Oh, one success and one opportunity. That's nice.
Yeah.
That'll help you out.
Awesome.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst, and this is a culture check.
Yeah.
All right. This whereas Tatsuo's was talking about the future, this is talking about the past.
Okay.
This is a threat.
Okay. This is a straight up threat.
This is a threat.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think I pissed someone off. And I might have an idea of who it might be.
Not in character, because you don't know that story yet.
Even out of character, and because Inoue's initial response to flowers is this Hatsahina? And then after analyzing it further, he's like, oh, okay, maybe not.
I could just see that like anime meme, like with the guy and the butterfly. Is this a death threat?
You're not wrong. Yeah, because on initial reading, he's just like,
Oh,
he's,
Either that or it's just like, I'm gonna poke out your other eye.
Ooh.
well, judging by, the forbidden will be shut, light swallowed by dark. It's like, oh, that really does sound like you're going to take out my other eye, which leads to madness and soul. But initially, Inoue was like reading it. It's like, wandering eyes see the forbidden. He's thinking, okay, Hatsahina is the forbidden. Will be shut. So it almost sounded like him like a denial, possibly. And then light swallowed by dark, but then he starts taking it as a romantic setting, like, oh, okay, well, she's like that weird forbidden kind of danger, so he's intrigued. Followed by reading the leads the way to madness. He's like, okay, love can be in a sense a form of madness into the soul. So he's literally reading it wrong. So then he had to like, wait, hold on, something feels off.
Well, no, this is the opposite of a love letter.
Yeah, he's like, oh. But then he's still thrown off by the fact that illustrations of flowers. What kind of flowers?
Wait,
illustrated?
is that supposed to be the same letter or a
Yeah, it's
separate
the same
one?
same letter. It has flowers on it. Yeah.
So is it going to be like sakura flowers or lotus flowers or?
Yeah, because I know different flowers have different meanings.
Yeah, they do.
Language of flowers, Game Master, get on it.
These are like flowers. These are like wildflowers.
Okay.
They pop up and can grow anywhere, even in the most adverse conditions.
Okay.
Hey, Juvy's in the chat.
That means that they
Oh.
can. They are
KMJ,
everywhere. And they
she's
can be
here.
anybody.
What's up, boy?
What's up, Julie?
Welcome. So yeah, after reading all that, he will write out a response, which I will let you know what he writes once I
Figure
write
that
it
out.
down.
Sure, we can
Meanwhile-
move on. We can move on to Nozomi.
Yeah.
If you want the how letters are written traditionally, the syllables are 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. That way you can remember.
Okay.
If that's the way you want to go, a traditional letter. Crystal, what is Hida Nozomi up to this morning?
I mean, I don't have any letter stuff to deal with, so I'm just gonna have some breakfast and head to the bathhouse.
Heading to the bathhouse. You know what? Let's
Typical anime harem scene commence.
Does that mean that the Hida is going to have herself a harem?
Yes, a reverse harem.
That's always possible.
I believe it.
Just so you know, though, I'm not a peeping.
You
Thomasine?
yourself are not. It's like, what are the boys up to? Oh God.
Trying to peek in on the ladies, of course. That's what they're required to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
If
There's
this
a
world is
hole in
anything
the
like
wall.
Tenchi Muyo,
There's a place in France where the naked ladies dance. There's a hole in the wall.
bum, bum, bum.
All right, let's go to the map. That was a great transition. Very happy with that.
Map, the map.
Peepin' Jane.
Yeah, and speaking of maps, I actually got to see that Dora the Explorer movie. It's a lot more going to be.
Right.
It's like my favorite moment was when Boots actually talked to Dora. That's all I'm gonna say.
So here's the map. Here are you in the crab guest house, and you're moving on to the bathhouse.
Yep.
Ooh.
Sploosh.
Sploosh, scrub-a-dub.
All the guys that she would ever want to peep on.
So, who will be in the bathhouse with you? We're going to say... Akoma Rumiko is there.
Ikoma.
Akoma Rumiko.
Oh, that's the lady who was with Kage last night, being
Yep.
all rowdy.
Yep, that's what she was
Yeah.
doing. She has
She
brown
was my
loose
partner
hair.
in crime.
She has brown loose hair and a side ponytail with layers that curl around her cheeks
You got a
and
side
ears.
ponytail?
She got a side ponytail.
That's awesome. Just a fun-loving Ikoma.
She's sitting in the water after washing up and is relaxing and kind of slumps down until just her nose is above the water.
Oh, it's been one of those days, huh?
That's just the morning.
Yeah. It might have been one of those nights, though.
Fair.
Well, after scrubbing myself down and rinsing off, I get in. Not too close.
Her head will pop up above the water again.
Good morning, Ikoma-san.
Good morning, Hida-san. Have you had your rice today?
I have indeed.
It's a chilly one out there.
It is.
I've got so many layers. It's gonna take me all day to get dressed back up so I can go back to the castle.
Yes.
Will you be at the castle today, or do you have other plans?
I have nothing particular in mind.
Nothing in particular. It's Winter Court. There's so many things to do.
Well, you know, it's always good to take a day to relax every now and then.
What is there to do at a Winter Court for a crab? I believe there's a poem written about such things.
I'm sure there is.
They're always in the scrolls labeled comedy, though.
Yes, of course.
Oh, come on. You can take a joke, can't you,
Speaking
Hida-san?
of comedy,
Oh.
I believe I ran into you just for a moment last night.
Oh, there were lots of people.
That was some entertaining commentary.
It's a craft. We train... Akoma Barge trained for years and years to just hone exactly the right type of entertaining barbs that we can unleash at will. Of course, it's easier when your opponents are made of ice and they can't talk back.
Yes. Far less dangerous.
What are they going to do? Melt at me? So you've been friends with Akoma Kage.
Yes.
I think I'm hoping to form a friendship with Akoma Kage as well.
Well, he is generally reliable and always both entertaining and helpful.
It seems like you have a very utilitarian view of your friend.
Well, I do like him.
Of course, crab love utility. Well, I hope you find something to do today at court. I'm sure if anything, Akoma Kage could help you out with that. But I think it's time for me to get back to work. So enjoy the rest of your day, Hida-san. It was a pleasure to get to know you personally, rather than for a moment at a party.
It was a pleasure to meet you as well.
And she'll bid you adieu, and you can finish up your bath.
Soak, soak, soak. Oh, my fingers are getting pruny.
Yes.
I guess it's about time.
So that will be your bath scene, unless there's something in particular you're looking to do, or if you wanted to track her down and ask her a question or two. Nope. Okay.
Surprise army boot camp training montage.
What?
Mud crawl.
Snow crawl.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awful.
A snowy mud crawl.
The snowy mud crawl, yuck.
Slosh crawl.
God, I hope breakup is soon, even though I hate it. Like, when the snow melts, you guys in Texas, you don't know, but when the snow melts, it gets disgusting real fast.
Dude,
Oh,
I
really?
used to live in New Jersey. I remember that stuff. It was
Ugh.
gross.
The streets,
I have never.
The streets run brown with sludge.
Ooh.
And then they run brown with, brown ice.
Well, that's the sludge. Oh, it's disgusting.
Danger sludge.
And then you're always like, should I wash my car today, or is it just gonna snow again and then get all gross again as it all melts and what is the day I can wash my car where it will stick, you know?
Yeah. Where I won't have to do it again a few minutes later.
Well,
A few days later.
you know, you have to decide when it's so dirty that you really just have to wash it.
Yeah, that too. Well, I can't see through my window. I guess the car wash it is.
Yeah. And if it's super cold, then you gotta worry about being able to wash it without having it freeze.
So we're gonna head on over to the afternoon slot. Unless anybody has. Hey, what did you craft your letter?
I'm almost done. I literally have one.
He's
Oh.
almost done.
You're, like, actually writing out a real one.
Oh,
Yeah, do it.
Ooh.
Exactly.
I was getting worried. I'm like, he seems a little distracted. It's like, I wonder what's not so humorous right now. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
No,
Here's what I write in response.
he's deep in writing his letter.
Okay.
Put it in the chat too, so people can read it.
Sure thing. Okay.
Oh, the dot of Shiba Inoue is
Shiba
typing.
Inoue is typing.
As I wait in bated breath, changing my facial expression every single time.
I'll check the chat real quick, see if there's anybody around. Just you, Jane, and and our game of letters.
Sugar cookies?
Elementary.
It's Peeping Jane. Okay, man, you had a good opportunity, Nozomi. You had.
What is it? Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
What
that
about
what it
them?
You know, I had
was-
somebody the other day stare at me in disbelief when I said my dad's name is Dick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
It's a nickname for Richard. It surprised
God.
me too.
Goddamn Zoomers. They don't know what the hell's happening.
Those Zoomers.
Yeah. Gen Z.
You know, in Third
Voting
Rock from the
Republican because
Sun,
they feel
the
like
boys' names are Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Uh-huh.
The Dover Boys.
I thought that was great.
All right, I'm going to read this out loud in character. So he writes this with reddish black ink.
Most darkest.
Eyes of the unwavering truth brightens even the most darkest of paths. Madness and genius are shared. The forbidden dares the bold to venture. Beauty and danger share the void together.
That's a great response. Give yourself a void point, because that's an awesome response. I love it.
Thank you.
Is there any aesthetics to this letter? What type of paper? Are there scents involved? Is there a specific type of ink that you're using?
I was using a reddish black ink. It's on a regular parchment.
Did you
and
say
of course-
irregular?
I'm sorry?
Did you say regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular.
And of course, at the bottom is, a crude drawing of a phoenix.
Well, just so
Why does this look like a
everybody
dick?
knows, it's a phoenix who wrote this. It's red ink with a phoenix literally drawn on it. People will be like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's probably a phoenix who wrote that." It's probably definitely in response to the one that Inoue got yesterday. So we know who wrote that letter.
I mean, since we're being obvious.
Ooh.
What'd you get? What'd you get in response?
I'm just reading. Juvie says, "Army joke, you roll your squad in the sand or snow making sugar cookies?"
Oh.
I don't get it. What's that mean?
You roll your friend in the snow or the sand, and they become the sugar cookie.
Oh.
Because
So
they
that's-
get
you call-
powdered in
yeah.
Oh.
all that stuff.
Because they get it on them. Yeah.
You're just
So
like
you
all
call 'em- you
dusted
call
in
'em a
that
sugar
stuff.
cookie.
That's how you make a sugar cookie. You roll your friend in the snow.
Or sand, whatever.
So what do you
Most
have to do? What do you have to do with a cinnamon roll? Do you need to find red sand?
Cinnamon roll.
No, that's just when you pour honey on your friend and
You
then then roll them in sand.
Tar and feather that bastard.
And an English muffin is a sexual position.
Never heard of that one before.
That's new.
Like, I'm serious.
He's
never
making
heard
it up.
It has more to do with the butt cheeks than anything.
Sure, why not?
Sounds legit.
Don't even ask about the jelly-filled donuts.
Or do, whatever.
So
We're
what
not
are
here
you,
to kink shame, is what I'm saying.
what are you guys doing for the afternoon?
The afternoon.
I'll let everybody else go first, but I kind of know what I'm going to be doing on this.
Okay.
break.
Remember, y'all can get together and do stuff together.
Yeah,
Ask the infantry about milking.
Oh, that sounds even worse.
That's what Juvie said.
Yeah, I don't wanna.
I don't want to know.
ask the
I'm
infantry
cannot
about
stupidly
unsee.
curious.
Oh.
I am
Cannot
stupidly
unsee.
curious. It's like,
I mean, I like milkshaking. That's funny.
what's milkshake?
Bringing it to the yard.
Tossing a milkshake on somebody you don't like.
Oh yeah,
Like on a bad
That's-
politician.
that's praxis right there. That's exactly what you should do.
As long as it's not caustic.
Is
No
this
such thing
is
as
this
caustic
milkshake filled
Milk-
with concrete?
Milk is a base, not milk is a base and not an acid. I don't know if you know that.
Is this milkshake filled with concrete? No, it's not. It feels like it's filled with concrete. No, it's not. I'm gonna go online and tell everybody it was filled with concrete. It's not filled with concrete.
It's a milkshake. Yeah.
It's just it's a milkshake.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Milkshake.
well, now it's 2020. It's going to be like they threw a milkshake on me filled with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
These
the
people,
COVID shake.
they're trying to give me coronavirus. You bet. You watch.
Yeah. It'll happen,
Tastes
I'm
like
sure.
Terrible beer.
2020,
By the
everyone.
way-
2020.
By the way, the coronavirus has nothing to do with the Corona beer.
We're gonna get demonetized
I know. I'm just making a reference to it.
just for mentioning
saying.
coronavirus. We're gonna get demonetized. So let's not.
Automatically. Yeah.
I'll
It
just-
already happened to one of the Japanese YouTubers. He mentioned it. And of course, he made a video despite it, but, he already got demonetized from it. So
That's so sad.
So what's everybody doing today?
I don't know what you're going to do to this.
So, What's up with the greeting house? I finally.
You're gonna
taken
greet the
notice.
house?
Greeting
What is
house?
That's
On the
like
map.
where people come to get greeted by the lord of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Um,
hello. He's like, hello, how are you doing? Now please go away.
That's like for official business for people who are visiting the castle.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
I've
that's-
got nothing to do with that.
That's used. That's used during the summertime to greet guests and things like that.
Ah.
So, like most of these other buildings and things aren't used for what they're used for now. And the greeting house is definitely, if like an entourage comes, they'll be greeted there, and they may even stay there, rather than these little guest houses, because these guest houses have other functions during the summertime.
Oh.
I have a question. Before I send out that letter, actually, I have two questions. One, was there a smell to that particular letter?
You did not make a roll for that.
Okay.
You'll need to make an aesthetics check to see if there were scents, what kind of paper it was on. You can still do
I
that if you
smell-
like.
Cardamom and gunpowder.
Cardamom.
Can I make that roll?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Let
It's
me
a
do an
culture roll.
aesthetics check.
You can do analyze again if you like.
What was that?
You can do analyze
Because
air if you
aesthetics,
like.
it's specifically refine, restore, invent, adapt, or attune.
Okay. What would you like to do there? I think attune would be the best way.
Okay. I'll go with that. I can void it.
Avoid
Nope.
the void.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
So you get some opportunity. This is what I'm going to give you. It has a scent,
Uh-huh.
but you can't identify it. But it has a scent.
Okay.
I'm still sticking with cardamom and gunpowder.
Okay. And secondly, is it possible for me to get from any of my servants? I don't know what type of flowers that were in the garden that the snow festival took place, but is there any oils available to purchase in order to?
There's nothing to purchase here in this area.
Okay.
You'll have to go to town, but you're going to go to town tonight. But there
'Cause I
are
wanna be able
scents and
to-
oils in your already in your Phoenix guest house, so you could like ask around to see if there's a scent that or an oil, a perfume or an oil that already exists that somebody has at the Phoenix guest house. Considering that y'all are big time Shugenja, yep, there's a good chance that such a thing exists because people use it as offerings to Kami.
Okay. What about specifically like crane-based oils, like regional?
Regional, probably not. Probably not.
Okay.
You'll have to go to town for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're looking strictly at sandalwood and what's another big incense for temples?
Not sure. I'm not sure. Jasmine.
Patchouli.
Patchouli.
I do not understand that reference.
It's essence of tres leche cake.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's broccoli risotto.
Delicious.
Has somebody been farting in here?
It's McDonald filet of fish.
Ew.
It's Big Mac
What?
flavored.
Why do you have this? Why do you have this oil for Lent?
Flavor enhancers.
This seems a little interdimensional.
I imagine
Yeah.
that the letter that was sent to you smelled a little bit like dead rat.
It's dead rat.
Yeah. Because it was a threat. They're
Yeah,
not gonna like
it was a threat, but I was
sent it
also
really.
I was also trying to ascertain if it's the guy who gave me the
It
the
smells.
eye.
It smells like
All
algae bloom.
Yes.
Oh my.
No, it doesn't.
All right, then
It
I guess
doesn't.
I'll just,
You just-
send it.
There's a scent. You don't know what it is. You can send your letter. It's sent. Boom. It's gone.
Okay. Fair enough.
You've done it.
A pleasant
I did
scent,
it.
I presume, that you just don't
From a
know.
fair distance, you could hear his smartphone go, "You got mail."
Now imagine how that would be a modern day version
Okay.
of this
I'm
game.
gonna start out the afternoon by asking you guys, who wants to hang out together first? Is there anybody who's going? Okay, we'll start with Matt. Matt, who are you going to hang out with?
You know what? Considering that Kage was living it up and having fun, I want to know a little more about what he's been doing last night. So
Okay, remember,
I'm gonna go ahead and meander.
if
my
you
way
have
over.
something you want to do in Winter Court, like you want to go see somebody specifically, or you need to talk to, you can bring a party member, or you can bring your fellow PC with you to do that thing. Like, I want to go practice sword fighting. Bring a PC with you. I want to go climb the cliffs. Bring a PC. Anything.
Climb
Stuff
the cliff.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's
think
a
I
big
know
cliff
what I
there.
want to do. I want to know a little more about archery,
Okay.
like knowing how to play with ranged weapons. Like considering how badly I failed in the demonstration, I thought, you know what, maybe this seems like a worthwhile skill to invest in for the future.
Okay. Where are you going? Who are you going to go see?
Okay, so let's see. Who was that lady that that Josh spoke with? Now, I'm not.
Which one?
Actually, may I make a suggestion? You're going to see Eisen tonight, who aced the archery demonstration.
Huh?
So you're already going to go speak to him tonight. So
Oh.
that might be something you'll bring up tonight.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that, but all right. How to fill
Yeah,
my
we're gonna be
happy-
seeing Aizen and Hitoshi.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be going to see
Did
Aizen
y'all
and
invite
Hitoshi.
anybody
invited
else?
both.
I forgot. Did you invite Chagatai or anything?
Those were the only two people I invited, unless anybody else let it out. I sent a secret message to
Yeah.
Hitoshi, and then I happened to invite Aizen as well.
I know you just happened to invite Eisen. So I was just wondering if anybody else happened to invite anybody else. I didn't think so, but I wanted to double check. You can invite whomever you wish. Okay, so yeah, you can find somebody to help you right now if you want, or you can see Eisen tonight, which, really, yeah.
You can get a leg up or not.
You know, why not get a leg up on it?
Okay.
So, like, in character, do I know about this big get together, or do I just know that I'm meeting with the other PCs?
I assume y'all all
The other
talked about it
PCs
together.
and Hitoshi,
You all talked
Yeah,
about this
we
together.
talked
you
about it.
definitely know about.
Oh, okay. Hitoshi, I remember.
Yeah,
The other
Hitoshi you know about.
character-
Oh, so you don't know you're gonna go see Eisen tonight either. You don't. Okay, that changes things. So yeah, you can go see Kage and grab him and ask him who knows about archery.
All right, let's do that. That's
right.
gonna be fun to get some info from him.
Well, the Lion guest house is right across the street from you. That's nice.
Well,
Hello, neighbor.
I feel like I should mention what my plan was before we get started on that one.
Okay.
Because my plan was to get prepared on writing responses, because I have two letters which seem to me to be from two different people. And I wanted to do some analysis and make responses.
I'm
But-
happy with just being pointed in the right direction.
If you showing up, yeah, well, I'm saying if you're showing up to see me like having a whole, what is it called? Sumei. Have like a whole Sumei kit out, full thing with a bunch of like papers and scrolls and letters pulled out.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Okay.
you see as you were led in by the guest, by the by the servant.
Okay.
And the servant will say, Togashi Tatsuo to see you, Master Kuma.
I look up from the papers. Tatsuo.
Hey, Kage.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Well,
Have you had rice? Please come join me. Have a seat.
okay. So I'll go ahead and make my way over and take a seat. And I take notice that he's kind of busy writing out response letters. I'm like, oh,
I'll pour you a cup of tea. Pour you a cup of tea and open up a little box of sweet candied fruits.
Before we go any
push it over
further,
towards you.
is there anybody else that's going to go visit Akuma Kage or Togashi Tatsuo? Oh,
Or do you have separate
was Shiba
plans?
Noe? Was that something, Josh, that Shiba Noe was going to do?
I was actually kind of thinking I might do that too, just to see if, like, I need to update my wardrobe before we go out tonight.
Right. So let's say everybody rendezvous at the house of the lion.
Okay.
We'll bring everybody on over.
And they do the cha-cha slide.
So, while you two are talking inside, both Shiba Noe and Hida Nozomi find each other on the road because they have a long way to go, and you end up seeing each other on the road and start walking together as you're making your way to the Lion Guest House.
Hello.
Oh,
how are
good
you doing
afternoon.
today? Afternoon. Ooh. Long night we had last night.
It's
right?
it's a pretty sunny day out, and the paths are covered with ice, but they're shoveled nicely. But there are large, like, the snow is piled up on either side of the path quite like it's about 1.5 feet of snow on each side, but that kind of goes down to like maybe a foot, probably a lot less than that of snow after you get over that hump.
So that somebody's been cleaning the paths, keeping them
Yes.
clear.
It's only proper. Hospitality.
Very true. Wonder how early they wake up to do this. As we're
It's like,
walking
all right,
along.
it's 3:00 in the morning. Get up. It's like, oh, I don't want to shovel the snow. It's like, I don't like this samurai. You got to do it for the samurai, man. The samurai. Fine.
It's good etiquette.
Okay.
Fudge cake.
So you greet each other on the road.
Yes.
Um,
I suppose you're going to see Kage as well.
Yes. I overheard as I was walking past that he had quite the time.
Oh, last night?
Yes, a jovial for a person who's got a broken arm, a very jovial situation.
It was very entertaining, actually, the things that they were talking about. Strange, though, that he didn't get patched up before going out.
I'm sure it's he has his reasons.
Of course.
It's Ikoma. What do you expect? I mean, he likes the attention.
So you guys get to the gates, and there's a lion guard standing there, and he says, "Halt! I know you. You're Shiba Noe and Hida Nozomi.
Yes.
Would it be presumptuous to say you're here to see Akuma Kage?"
Nope, that is correct.
Very well. He'll open the gate door, Go on in. A servant will take you to see him.
Thank you.
Go in.
Okay. So as you're pouring tea, servant will arrive again. Master Akoma-sama. I don't know why I say Master Akoma-sama. Sama means master or whatever.
Yeah.
Like same
Right.
same diff, right?
I'm not gonna slap him on the hands for it. Not like he crossed in front of my horse. I look
Hida
up.
Nozomi and Shiba Inoue.
I look up, and instead of a shock, I kind of put on a polite smile, and I will ask politely of the servant. I say, "Oh, I did not expect to have so many guests. Do you think you could bring a couple extra cups for tea?
As
And,
you wish. And
If none of you have eaten, perhaps we should request some refreshment."
I bow deeply and I say, I apologize for coming over.
Yeah, it is no concern. Please join us.
I just
It
don't
was
like coming over uninformed. I apologize for that.
It is of no concern. Please join us. Tagashi-san arrived just moments ago. I have some candied fruits if anybody is interested, and I will push over an open box that looks like it has a couple pieces. Probably the tastiest ones kind of picked out and sitting on like a napkin in front of me or something.
the servant will
That's very nice of you.
the
I'll
servant
take
will
one.
open a cupboard in the room and pull out more teacups and put them down,
Thank you.
and then he'll leave.
Arigato.
I say that right next to.
He's not actually
Akoma.
left. Hasn't actually left. He's just standing right outside the door.
Yeah.
Of course.
I still say thank you for what he's done.
Yes.
I look over Ikoma-san as I sit down next to him.
Naturally, as
I
all
see
good
you finally
lion.
got repaired.
Ah, yes. I stretch out my arm. Ugh. The kids work wonders.
Ah,
We are lucky to be blessed with the presence of you here in the winter court.
indeed. I slap his arm.
That does not feel good.
Something that normally he wouldn't do, but the influence of the unicorn kind of got to him.
that does not feel good. Your arm is still sore. It's not like 100%.
Yeah, I will kind of stifle a wince. As you see,
In fact, give yourself a
Perfectly
point of
fine.
fatigue.
yeah, no problem. Makes sense.
Oh,
But I will kind of stifle the wince, like, ugh, and then
Do I notice?
fit as a fiddle.
Do I notice?
Would you like to make a roll to notice?
But what would that be under?
That I'm gonna say.
I think that's a sentiment versus my courtesy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sentiment versus courtesy. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Because sentiment is used for breaking an own.
Yeah,
And-
psychology, emotions, and motivations, definitely sentiment.
Okay.
And courtesy to kind of hide that and yeah.
Yeah,
All right. I'll do sentiment water.
and this is definitely a trick, so it's gonna be air for me.
Okay, make your rolls.
Yeah.
Pop.
Ew.
Josh, you might have an opportunity to see through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop that one.
Pop it.
Twist it, pull it.
Yeah.
Bop it. No, don't bop it. Bopping is how we got here in the first place.
Okay, 2 successes versus 2
You've
successes.
matched each other.
And I got the 2 opportunities.
You have 3 opportunity. Unless
Three
you,
opportunities.
are you keeping all the opportunity?
Sure, why not?
Okay, give yourself the strife.
Okay.
So, since you got more opportunity, I'm gonna say it goes to you, Josh, but only slightly.
Just barely.
Just barely, you eke it out. The opportunity allows you to notice. He was very, very good at covering it, but you think that he might still be sore there, and you might have stepped over a line.
I kind of, my apologies.
But the opportunity also tells you that if you apologize,
Uh-huh.
that would let everybody else know that he's hurt and he doesn't want people to be hurt. So you can apologize to him, But
Very, very true.
you have
Yeah.
an opportunity here to either embarrass him or to bond
him
with him
safely.
more. Like, how are you gonna do this? What's gonna go on?
Okay.
Get playful with it, Josh.
Okay. I'll let him slide then. I'll let him hide that. Make him look tough.
Okay.
Just a few claps on the back. It's like, all right, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize, but the lion tea is nothing like the tea in Crablands, Hida-san, as I will reach over and pour, a cup for the Hida, and then turn over to the Shiba and offer him a cup as well.
Thank you.
Ah. No need to put down the lion's efforts. The tea is
I am
quite delicious.
I am simply stating facts. I have never had tea as splendid as when I was in Crabland. So, I did not expect to have everybody arrive so uniformly. Is there something that I am not aware of?
Wanted to speak with you for just a moment, but I will let everyone else say their piece too. I find it pleasant that everyone coincidentally came here. So
I saw you
I'm,
for the party.
of course, not complaining, because I will kind of hold up one of the letters that I was starting to compose. Of course not.
Oh. We apologize if we interrupted anything.
Yeah, think nothing of it. Please. Togashi-san, you had a question.
yes, actually. So with the archery demonstration, I actually kind of took some interest in maybe brushing up on ranged weaponry, and I would like to ask a few questions of the crane here to see if I could probably learn a thing or two, because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with a bow. Or
I raise a slight eyebrow when you suggest the crane would be the best
crane.
teacher, but then I quickly lower it down. And
should I take a sentiment check on that to kind of read into what that meant?
if you want to, you can try to read into it, but I'm not gonna. The Ikoma is not going to give up the game. You know what I mean?
Or is to see what other suggestions he has. I might let's see if I decide to change course in what I said. Maybe it's not only the crane but also the
Go ahead.
the
Make a sentiment check.
All right, let's do that then. So let me bring up my little
Good practice for you learning courtly etiquette.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that. That's
that
pretty
would
good.
be a good idea. So
That's courtesy. Yeah, that's courtesy.
so I roll courtesy.
No, you're
or,
already
You
set.
roll
Sentiment.
sentiment. I roll courtesy.
Okay, so I will. Let's give it a try with air, even though it's my least favored ring, and
You-
analyze it a bit.
Oh, analyze, yeah.
So sentiment, air.
Any
Oh, I
strife
lost
just
that one.
any strife just hanging out with you guys. At least you didn't get any strife. That's the good news.
Yeah.
So yeah, I raise an eyebrow for a second, but then I immediately give a smile and go, well, it is interesting to hear that you are taking an interest in Kyujitsu. I was trained myself during my my Genpuku ceremony, and my training prior to becoming a fully fledged samurai. But if I was to make a recommendation, I would suggest perhaps speaking with Yoritomo Aizen. Or no, his name wasn't Yoritomo, right? It was
It's
just Aizen.
Susano O no Aizen. Captain-
Susano O no Aizen.
Captain of the Susano O.
Oh, okay.
He
He
displayed quite a mastery of Kyujitsu during the demonstration, and I'm sure since we are going to be seeing him later on this evening that he would be more than happy to entertain some friendly pointers.
Oh.
Oh,
Has
well, I wasn't
someone
aware-
invited another person to our meeting tonight?
My apologies. Yes, I myself, shortly after the demonstration, offered him an opportunity to join us. I figured if we are going to have Hitoshi along, why not have Aizen as well?
I wasn't aware
Yes.
of that too, but that sounds like pleasant company.
Uh,
Thank you for
I give like a coy smile and a side glance at the Hida and go, indeed, it will indeed be pleasant company. Well,
and I'm just like, what the heck is going on here? Like, I want to try to see if I can see what the heck were they trying to imply with that. I'll try another.
you can ask as well. Don't feel afraid to like just blatantly ask. You're a monk. You can just be like, fuck this whole stupid court game.
What are
Tell
you
me what the hell
talking
you're
about?
Yeah, what are you fucking
So
saying?
what on earth are you two going on about?
Well, I assume you understand the purpose of us going to see Hitoshi in the lower city was because we wanted to have an enjoyable time away from prying eyes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
We are going to a sake house.
Oh, okay. I see. All right.
Indeed.
You
And I
know,
feel that
this is actually related to why I came to see you. You see, as I understand it, it's customary to dress up to go out. But I'm afraid I don't have anything appropriate to wear.
I thought
Perhaps you could give me some pointers?
didn't I get you a article of clothing? Ozili? I thought I made a roll that on the day of the
Yeah, you flubbed the roll. You didn't get it.
I flubbed it.
Oh, right.
That said, y'all can make a culture check. Anybody can make a culture check on this. On what you
I
just
got a rank
asked.
in it. Rank 1.
It's going to be culture Earth.
Culture is one of those things I got no points in.
Culture recall, culture Earth.
All right. I got a good. Oh, I was about to
Ooh.
assist in it, but
Well.
yeah, it looks like you got a good roll.
Damn.
Not bad. For only being able to keep 2. Okay, so 2 successes, 2 opportunities.
Okay, this is what you get. You're not supposed to dress up when going down to the village. The point is to go
Dress down.
incognito.
Yeah.
Make sure no one knows you're a samurai. This is where you go to create trouble and be a hooligan, and no one should know who you are or why you're down there. This is to have fun anonymously.
Should we wear masks?
I know this is slightly petty, Corey, but is there a way for me to signal that specifically in a way that the Hida would understand, but that like I want to make sure that the Hida understands this and the Togashi understands this, but leave that detail out from Shiba. Let him figure it out on his own.
Huh.
Revenge for the slap on the arm, huh?
Exactly. It's just a slight barb. It's not gonna hurt him necessarily.
I think you could make a culture check.
I was gonna say maybe culture.
Yeah, to hint to them using a something that is specific to their culture.
Perfect. I think that's great.
Yes.
Yeah. Would this be fire? Because I'm theorizing a way to.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
Fire.
Perfect. Alrighty, here we go. Split down.
Oh, a lot of
opportunity.
Well, this is a fire check, so I will also be able to re-roll up to 2 dice of this check.
That's true. Go ahead.
So, I will re-roll the blank die and one of the opportunities with a strife.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my re-roll.
Yeah,
Well, that's
one of them is a
much more
success.
helpful.
Yeah, it's still better. 2 successes and an opportunity.
Okay, the opportunity will allow you to target 2 people instead of just 1.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I'll target both the Hida and the Togashi.
Togashi.
Right. So, you make a metaphor. You make a metaphor about a shape-changing Oni. And when a shape-changing Oni walks into court, they look like a courtier. But you say it in a way that it's not so obvious, not as obvious as I said that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what's a good shape-changing Oni? Like a bog hag or a peckle? Peckle no Oni?
Yeah, Peckle no Oni would be a good
Peckle
one.
no Oni? Yeah, it's like, oh, you've seen Peckles and what they... Peckle no Oni and what they do. Be a Peckle no Oni. And
I just pick that up and be like, oh, okay, so my traveling clothes are probably good.
And when the dragon looks at you, what's a good way? What's a good cultural way to tell a dragon?
Be yourself.
Like I just get a smile like, all right, fine by me.
Oh, that's what you say. That's what you say. You say, well, Hida-san, if you can be a Peckle no Oni, be a Peckle no Oni. Unless you can be a monk, then be a monk.
That's perfect. Yeah.
After hearing Hida-san's response of, "Oh, I guess I'll wear my travel gear," I'm like,
No, I did not say that out loud.
not say
I
that.
thought
Okay,
it to
so-
myself.
"Oh, okay." So I straight up asked Ikoma-san, "So what should we wear down at this sake house?" I just straight up asked.
Well, we are going to a sake house in Cranelands, and we are going to be joined by the mantis. So, if I were going to be preparing myself, I would ensure that I was dressed appropriately for that occasion.
Okay, to meet up with Mantis?
Unless-
Specifically? We're not
unless
meeting
any-
any Crane, correct?
Unless there is anyone else who has been invited to join us.
I mean, I don't
Me?
know. Is it an open invitation?
I mean, the intention was to reconnect with Otoshi from the Topaz Championship. I simply invited Aizen as a way, as an informal way of getting to know the Mantis better.
I see.
But I am not, I am not the only individual who is going to be attending, so I do not deign to control the invitation list. If any of you see fit to invite someone that you wish to join us, then of course, by all means.
Okay.
It will be shortly, however. We will need to prepare for the evening to make our way down into the Undercity.
Understandable. Okay.
Were there any other questions that I could help facilitate?
No, I mean, it sounds like you guys are preparing for a good time, and, I just want to follow suit. Properly, of course.
Well, it is always difficult to have that good of a time in Cranelands, but we find ways to make do.
There's always ways to do,
Be it if you are creative enough.
especially if you're creative enough.
Oh, where's my mind? I forgot to mention. I noticed that you were speaking with Lady Hatsuhina last night.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
she was quite the hostess.
I I imagine so. Was the evening pleasant?
It was, although I might have upset someone somehow.
A crane?
I'm not sure. I never got a good look. Of course, I was. attending to the lady of the evening, so I
Bad
I was
phrase.
distracted.
I look at you and totally read that one way that it probably wasn't intended, and I go, "You sly phoenix."
I'm sorry. I look
I
lost.
saw that you had scampered off into the night, but I did not realize that you had become
Oh
a
no,
patron of the evening.
not lady of the night. Well, let me make that clear. I
As I gawk on, going, what on earth are they talking about? Just thinking to myself.
I see Togashi looking lost. I believe it was similar to your situation, Togashi-san.
I look over the Tagashi. You had a situation last? Oh, the Miramoto. Yes, of course. Hinata.
No, it was with another.
Was hold on, like
I
out
was
of
pretty
out
much-
of character, like was your character aware of what was going on with my character? Because I don't think so. I don't think you were.
I was
like,
wandering. I don't know if I noticed. I was just.
Nah, you guys
I
didn't
think you
see
got there
each other.
afterwards. Yeah.
But did I see them?
No,
I don't
they
think
went off. They went off before you got to the party. I think because you got there for the last
Okay,
part.
redact that.
and the funny thing is, like, one of the things I was.
But what I witnessed that communication.
You did witness the letter that was sent to him.
Yeah. So then I guess I'll make an uncouth assumption.
Well, like I was thinking of like like after talking with the Bayushi of like just going to speak with that character as well. I'm like, you know what, my date went south real quick, so I might as well might as well spend the evening with Hatsukina. But then Josh like already goes in. I'm like, oh well, dang, there goes that option. But like like I kind of cock my head to the side, is like, situation. Oh, with the mirror. Oh.
How did that go? If I may ask, I don't mean if you don't have to answer if you don't want to. It's far be it from my business.
Best way I could describe it is that situation flew off a cliff and landed elsewhere.
My apologies.
Was it so poor?
No, it wasn't.
I thought you and Maylin, or Maylin seemed to be quite enamored.
Maylin.
No, well, I had a pleasant conversation with her, so there was no issue with her. I'm just kind of surprised at what preceded that previously.
Yes. Well, Hinata enjoyed her time with the group, and I do not know what happened to her after that. I had to make my way with Hida-san to do some investigation, but I think Rumiko. I'm sure Ikoma Rumiko saw to her safe return to the House of the Dragon.
Okay.
If anything, you can write a letter to her to see how she has been doing, perhaps.
Perhaps make plans to meet up with her some other time.
Yeah.
Or feel free to invite her to the festivities this evening.
I don't know.
Matt, I think we've lost you.
Did you?
No, no,
Oh, there you
I
go.
got him.
I mean, I
Alright.
didn't hear him.
Sorry. I was kind of quietly thinking to myself a bit, but let me at least keep the mic up
Okay.
close. So,
Yeah, get
so like like as Tatsuo, I'm kind of interpreting as like, oh, so you want me to invite Mei Ling, like to our get together?
I meant
No, not
Hinata, since you
Maylene.
weren't able to spend time with Miramoto Hinata last night.
Well,
You can feel free to invite her tonight, and that way you can speak candidly with her.
well, it seemed that she had other things on her mind, so I wouldn't want to impede myself on her any further.
I'm sure you're not going to be an impediment, but if you feel that you would rather spend her time elsewhere, or you are not prepared for that type of engagement, that is, of course, your decision.
Hmm. I believe I'd rather spend time among friends this evening. So.
Of course.
Hmm.
Hey, Komo-san, where is this sake house located? I'm curious.
The sake house that I chose was just outside of the upper city, closer to where I didn't you say it was near the docks where the mantis had originally arrived?
They're down by the docks, definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The exact-
dock.
Down by the docks.
Give me a second.
A smile just runs right across my face as soon as you said the word docks. Say, oh, okay, okay.
There are giant
I have an
ducks.
idea. Okay.
It
If
is.
Inoue shows up dressed like a pirate, I'm going to love it.
Heiwamura.
Iwamura.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the part of town.
Heiwamura is, yeah, the lower town.
Yeah. It's the peasant village that surrounds this one.
Yup.
Yeah, that's why immediately, as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, okay, I know how to dress.
Well,
Are filthy.
Maybe a culture check for that, but yeah.
Want me to?
Oh, you okay?
Well, I don't know. That's up to Corey, really, but it may be a culture check
because
to
I've
know.
been around docks before.
Yeah,
and they're
but to be
very-
aware of how you would dress in the context of Winter Court.
Yeah,
going down to the thing.
you can make anybody can make a culture check.
Okay, I mean, would that affect anything with my already knowledge of docks, since I've already had that before, even in Phoenix Lands?
So, do you have an advantage that talks
Yeah, my
about
passions is travel.
your passion is travel?
Yes, and yeah,
So, it's a passion. Passions give relieve you of strife, right?
yes,
Yeah.
Right.
After
What I'm going to
performing
do-
a check related to it.
Yeah. When you do a check related to this, it will
Uh-huh.
relieve you of some strife by making this culture check then.
Okay. So we're doing a culture.
I would say it's either culture earth as in recall or culture theorize as in fire.
I think I'll go with Earth, since I'm trying to recall anything dealing with the docks. Ah.
Ah!
Ouch.
Well, reduce your strife.
Fantastic.
No, you don't got you're like, well, every time I was on the dock, I just dressed like a phoenix. And it doesn't even you don't even consider what the peasants dressed like down there. That's never, been part of your, like, I care about who I am, but I want this adventure. But you never thought past that. And that's come
okay.
back to bite you now.
I see.
You're like, maybe they just wore plain trousers with... I don't want to wear anything with holes in them. Did they wear weapons? Did anybody have a weapon down there? I didn't see any. Maybe... They had definitely somebody had a comma.
And I remember the hat, correct?
There was a furry hat.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Chagatai knows something. He was the guy who was down there.
Yeah. Okay. So we're meeting this evening, correct?
Yes,
Indeed.
Okay, so we have the rest of the day to ourselves?
you do.
Okay.
You don't have much more time because you've been spending the afternoon here.
Okay.
But I'll let you, if you
Um,
want to go meet somebody else or do something, I'll let that happen.
Okay. Yeah. So I let Ikoma Kage know that okay, well, since everyone seems to be making plans to bring people over, why not I bring a friend over as well? We'll just make it a one big party. How about that?
I look around. If we are all bringing friends, I should not see why not. I had only invited Hitoshi and to reconnect.
Of course.
But as I said before, Tatsuo or Izomi, you are more than welcome as well.
Okay. Well, if that's indeed the case, I'm going to go check to see if someone is available. I'll introduce you properly, but I must be off if I'm going to make time in order to prepare for this evening.
I would keep in mind, be aware that whoever you bring would need to be informed of where we are going and the company that we plan to keep.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
All right.
You never did mention who you fought, did you? It was just a
Yeah, no,
brutish unicorn.
Exactly.
Off you go to the unicorn house. I love it.
The drama unfolds.
Okay. You three are still left there. Are y'all still gonna hang around? Are you gonna take off?
I don't know if y'all have any more questions for me.
Like, I'm thinking
Well-
to myself that, well, I do want to see Hitoshi again. It would be nice to be all buddy with him, and I would not think Bayushi Mei-ling would know of him or would care of him. So
She was in the Topaz Championship with us.
Yes.
She definitely knows who he is.
ah.
And you also
How
leaked the
she
rumor about
feels
Hitoshi
about
being Toshimoko's son, illegitimate son, to Bayushi Mei-lin. She was the one you told and who spread the rumor at the event.
Now I have more reason not to. Like,
But
we
you
could go
can. She
adventuring
knows.
with her.
So what I'm saying is she knows who he is and she'd know how to behave. Kind of.
Yeah. She's already in on all of it.
Yeah.
I'm completely clueless.
I feel like
I feel like you don't remember having a good friendship with her while we were at the Topaz Championship. Sorry for interrupting, Crystal.
before Inoue leaves, we should decide on where and when we're going to meet.
Ah, indeed.
True.
Was that not part of the letter?
I thought we agreed to meet at the Crab Embassy.
I thought you were gonna meet at this statue right here.
Oh,
that was in
that
your
may-
letter. Yeah.
oh, no, that's true. We were gonna meet at the statue, way out of town.
I mean, yeah, we can definitely meet. So if anything, maybe another train of thought would be that, why not have all the people who participated in the Topaz Championship that that we're hanging around with could go. So why not?
All right, so we have a meeting location then.
Yeah.
If they are willing, do not press.
No, I will
Someone.
not press anything.
I don't know. That seems like it might be a little bit of a big group.
You know what?
It
This is
could get out of hand.
Okay, so
Yeah.
since we're mostly hanging around or reconnecting with Hitoshi, let's just focus on that.
Yeah.
I'll try to prepare for any eventuality.
You've already left, man. You're gone.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
gonna.
but I already got the information for where to meet.
Where
right?
we're meeting, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm already gone.
Okay. So, you guys, everybody's gonna go get ready. Anything else
Yeah,
y'all are gonna do in particular?
I still wanted to do my letters thing. I
You
was
can
trying
make
to,
your
that was
letters
the
Yes.
roll.
thing that I was trying to do.
It's aesthetics, culture, or composition.
For the newest letter, I'm definitely gonna do culture first.
All right.
And this is analyze, right? Air.
Mm-hmm.
Okey-doke.
Woo.
Wow. So you
You
only get
know
to keep
all
3.
the things.
You only get to keep 3, though. Are you keeping
Um,
3 successes? You keeping an opportunity? What's happening here?
Extra successes, will that give me more information, or is that
It'll-
opportunities it'll give me?
Extra successes will give you more information. Opportunity, I tend to give you information from the other sections, like aesthetics or that sort
Okay,
of
I'll
thing.
take 2 successes and an opportunity then.
Okay. Where are we going?
Yeah. And I'll gain 2 strife.
So, this is what you're getting from this poem. Culture-wise, you're looking at this thing, and you're like, method, lines, work, creation. They're talking about art. Lines talk about composition. Methods talk about how to create that art. So this is about it isn't about making art, but all of the beats of making art is there, and they're using that as a metaphor, right? Becoming lost in a new paradigm is the bow on top. What kind of art has lines, method, and getting lost in a paradigm?
A play?
A play. And what this is trying to say is it seems to be a question of who you are. Who is a Komakage? Who does he pretend to be? The last thing I'm going to tell you is that the brushwork is very dramatic. It's very bold.
Okay. I'd like to make a similar roll for the initial one, and what I want to focus on though is, are these 2 letters written in a similar style? The first letter I got in the
I can give you that. Yes, they're both from the same person.
They're both from the same person.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same bold brushwork from the first one as this one.
All right, then I'm gonna work on writing a response to this letter during the downtime, and I'll post it up into the chat when I'm.
Okay. Takashi Tatsuo, you go and you're getting dressed. How are you getting ready?
You're muted.
You're on mute.
Just some travel clothes, nothing like too fancy. Just say, hey, you know what? If we're meeting at the docks, why not?
Okay.
Like, I do
no
not
no
wanna-
frills clothes. Sounds great. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Juvie, who said about to get some tea because Kage about to spill it.
What a thrill!
So you get dressed. Do you wear mons? Do you wear insignia?
Anything to signify that I'm a dragon? No.
Yeah. Okay. Do you take any weapons with you?
I mean, I'm good with my fists, so... should I take my concealable jite? Just in case.
Okay.
Why not?
You take your jite with you. Nozomi, what are you doing? You go back to the guest house of the crab, or are you going somewhere different?
Oh, I'm going back to my room to take off my armor. I will be dressing in my traveling clothes as well.
Okay.
No
And then-
insignia. No, like... no adornments.
You taking any weapons?
I will just be taking my knife. Because
Okay.
I'd feel naked with no weapons.
Shiba Noe, you head to the House of the Unicorn.
Okay.
Right? Is that where
As
you
I
want to go?
approach,
I assume that...
I make.
Unless I'm wrong.
Oh no, I'm headed there.
Alright, you go to the House of the Unicorn. You see a man in purple armor and a Yari standing at the gate. Identify yourself.
My name is Shiba Inoue, and I'm here to see if Moto Chagatai is available.
You're here to see Moto Chagatai.
Yes, he's a dear friend of mine.
He's a friend of yours.
Is that a problem?
No, sir, of course. Please come inside.
Thank you.
There's a big round courtyard. And a man with a very square hat. A very long beard walks up. He says, "Hello. I am Ide Ren.
Good afternoon.
You say you're here to see Moto Chagatai.
Correct.
He's a very busy man. He's the daimyo of the Moto. What is your business?"
It's in dealing with a personal matter. I would like to see him for something that I'd like to share with him.
I've never seen you here before. Never heard Moto Chagatai talk about him. And you see Moto Chagatai start walking across the courtyard, and he says, "That's because I don't like talking to you." Old man, I'd like to introduce you to Shiba Noe. He's he's a sailor. What can I help you with? Come on inside.
Yeah. Pleasure of making your acquaintance.
Do you like fermented yak milk?
Never had it.
It's as good a time as any.
And
Let's
of
give it a
course,
shot.
you're gonna say, yeah! New things!
So he's
So you're gonna have some pre-party alcohol too, huh?
I gotta get myself pre-polished.
he sits down. There are little chairs, which is weird, in front of a table. They all face the same way. He sits down. The servant brings him like a leather bag,
Okay.
and he gets this. There's a little stand in front of him, and a little like it looks like a cow horn or yak horn is placed right there in the
Okay.
thing, and he looks at you and says, "I'm sure you just want a cup."
Just to try it out, yes.
Yeah, get the wooden cup. A little wooden cup comes down, gets set in front of you. The servant, he grabs the leather bag and pours a white liquid out of it into the horn and into your cup.
Okay.
Give it a try. Tell me what you think.
Sure thing.
All right.
I look at.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I look at the cup for a bit, kind of swivel it around a bit, and then just shoot it.
Okay. First off, I don't believe you've ever had fermented milk before.
No, that's why it's new to me.
I mean, out of character.
Huh?
I mean, out
No,
of
I've never had that out of
So,
character either.
It's
I
like
had-
syrup, if I remember correctly.
yeah, it's from what I recall, it's quite nasty. It's some nasty stuff.
Okay.
But you can react how your character wants to react to this type of drink.
Okay. Describe what the drink. Because
Like-
you're saying it's bad, but I need more info.
Is it like bitter? Is it like sour?
I'm sure it's extremely sour because it's old fermented milk.
Okay. So,
So
is it
it's
thick?
like alcoholic yogurt.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
It's a
Do I
little
gotta chew in
slimy.
some bits?
Huh?
We gotta chew in some bits.
I don't think so.
Have you ever had kefir? Because I kind of imagine it would be like that,
Oh, okay.
but also
I had
alcoholic.
People described to me what pepper was like. So, okay. So I shoot it down. Of course, the initial reaction is me kind of slamming the wooden cup down and just kind of just taking it.
So what's
For that.
what's your honor?
My honor. My honor is 78.
78. Lose 3 points. Go down to 75. But gain a point of glory.
All right.
And do you have an advantage dealing with any of this kind of stuff?
As far as what?
No, you don't. This is your Ningyo, right? Your Ninjo?
Yeah, this is my ninja. I long to learn freely without I long to learn freely without sharing the knowledge.
Right. So get rid of bring your strike down to 0. Get rid of your strike.
Okay.
Juvie says liquefied cottage cheese with a strong hint of alcohol and cheese, but just like the aftertaste of blue cheese.
Yeah. So yeah, he definitely reacts in that
It's
manner.
probably
Just-
a little chewy. So how do you react? How does your character react to this?
So after shooting it down, feeling bits in his mouth, feeling that taste, just his initial response wants to spit it out, but because it's so unique to everything else in Rokugan, just powers through and swallows it.
All right. Chagatai's like, yeah, it's an acquired taste. You got to grow up with this kind of stuff.
I can see why.
I could imagine him eking at more like,
What?
why?
You're a strong guy to give it a try. Most people, they can't even look at this stuff without cringing.
I'm
I wouldn't
sure.
expect any. I wouldn't even offer this to any crane. I wouldn't offer this to most any samurai. But you, there's something special about you. I thought you'd enjoy it.
I thank you for the new experience. It,
Well, if he's willing to bring some, I'm willing to try it as Tagashi Kato.
So is this a social visit?
yes, I was wondering if you'd would like to join me. Me and a few friends of mine are planning on going drinking at a sake house down in the lower area of Crane, the only sake house that I know of, from what I was told. And yeah,
Are you talking about
I'm
Hiwamura?
not even sure how to dress proper since I've never.
You don't know how to
went-
dress.
Sorry.
What do you mean you don't know how to dress?
Well, because I know up here in Craneland, of course, everyone's got to be refined and everything like that. But going down some, I've only been raised up in, how should
What
I say
it-
this?
What are you expecting to do down there?
Drink and revelry.
So that's how you dress. Get your kabakimono on and go have fun, right?
Well, I'm just mean because, is this going to be a fancy, affair? Because I might
In
be
a peasant
overthinking it.
village?
I'm sorry?
In a peasant
Yeah.
village?
Yes.
How? What are you talking about? There's
Was
no
it-
court down there.
Oh.
The court is here. Down there, that's where the fun happens. And I'll definitely join you to have some drinks down at the sake house in
Fantastic.
Hiwamura.
All right, so I guess I'll be putting on my travel gear then.
Ah, sure, that sounds good.
Awesome. And from your experience, would you take any weapons?
Yeah, I'm gonna take
sake
a.
house?
Yeah, you should take something. I'll bring a knife or
Well, I have a hot wakizashi.
no.
No. Don't bring that.
Do you want people to know you're a samurai?
True. Okay. If anything else, I can just magic my way
Magic
out
a
of-
weapon? Sure, just magic a weapon. Hold on.
I mean, that is kind of a benefit of having magic powers.
Hide-san, get in here. Oh, yes, sir. How can I help you? Shiba-san needs a weapon for Hiwamura. What do we got? And he says, for
No, I was considering just bringing my club. Not the big thing, but like the one that's just called club.
club.
I'm going to the
Bringing a
club.
club to the club.
We're going clubbing, right?
Remember to bring a pacifier and maybe a little bit of candy. Some fuzzy boots.
He says we can give you a club, we can get you a knife. How about a tonfa?
Tonfa sounds fantastic.
Very well. Go get a tonfa for him. I have things in my room. I'll get prepared. Where are we meeting? When are we meeting?
We're going to be meeting, and I give the information.
Okay.
because-
It sounds great. Well, that's
Something
not
is
long
social.
at all. Oh, you
I
better
hope I
get
can-
to it then, Shiba-san.
Alrighty.
Get out!
See you later.
As you leave, the guy with the big Fu Manchu mustache and long beard comes up and he'll hand you a piece of wood with a handle on the end of it.
Okay.
He just hands that over to you. There you go. He says, please, I would not get into fights if I could help it.
I will do my best to.
Which is ambiguous.
All right.
By the way, Corey, here's the response. I want to do like a composition check, though. Well, I'm imagining that I'll have to because I'm a perfectionist.
Wow.
So this is
Oh,
so I have an
write
idea of
letters?
what I want to write. Right here's the message. That came out looking very awkward.
Yeah, it's not a culture check to write a letter.
No, composition.
Yeah, it's a composition check. Yeah.
Yeah.
You rolled
here's
culture.
Here's the letter, right? But no, I didn't roll anything.
Oh, you didn't roll anything? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the early
No, I
roll.
just posted my response.
Alright.
However, so that's the letter, but I want to like make it look fancy and smell nice and have context, maybe on fancy, paper with nice ink. And I'm perfectionist, so that's where I'm assuming my perfectionism is going to bite me in the ass.
Right, yeah.
So here's my composition roll, which I'm assuming since I'm creating is going to be a composition fire check. Or maybe water to adapt it onto something. I don't know. We'll go with fire. Here we go. Actually, perfectionism says water, so maybe it should be water.
Okay. Composition water is adapt an existing piece into something else.
Okay, so
So fire is to invent from raw. From raw. So I would say it's more fire,
okay.
or I could say void always to attune. Like attune to the kami and just let things flow like Zen always works. And refine. I know it says an existing piece to make it function better. Refine would work because you're being a perfectionist with your writing, and you're like making a revision to make sure it's
You're
perfect.
writing several drafts.
Yes.
I'll go with fire.
Okay,
um,
fire it is.
I like being passionate. Okay.
Inventive.
So I'll have to re-roll dice here. Yeah, I have to re-roll.
Well, there's
Okay,
two successes.
But you'll get a void for this.
Yeah, and I have to gain. Oh no, I just gained 3 strife. I'm sorry. I don't have to re-roll
Oh,
dice.
okay.
I just have to
Gain 3 strife
3
and get a void too.
Joke. Well, I'm at 10 strife. And my composure is 10. So I spent the afternoon freaking out about how to make this letter as nice as humanly possible.
Do you
But
want to
that's
rage quit?
2 successes and 2 opportunity.
I have too many books over here. No.
So I make it.
I want to rage quit.
I might get angry and like throw out rough drafts and like throw shit around in my little office space that I'm working in. Get mad.
Perfect.
10 strife is not something I'm looking to go into the evening with.
Okay. By the way,
Servants walk
both
by
Josh,
hearing you yell at your
both
paperwork.
Josh and Matt, since you wrote letters too, you'll have to make a composition or games check to make sure your letter is not traceable and things like that. How good your letter is, stuff like that.
Hold on, I thought I was responding to an open letter, so
Yes. You're playing the game of letters. There's a check involved.
Yeah, this is a court game.
okay. And there was games and what else?
Games and
Composition
composition.
or games. It is a
I
TN1.
will-
It is a TN1, and you can use shugi or techniques as a part of this. You can attack people with techniques. Definitely. If you can make the other person gain strife, you can make the other person lose strife through the game of letters. If you have like the shugi that can do that or a technique that can do that. Tarek's just like, oh really? Oh.
Exactly.
Like,
as soon as you said that, I was
oh.
like, oh, really?
I can make this person all strifey.
You can, if you have a shugi that lets you learn somebody's like personality traits or something, stuff like that, you can do it through these letters.
Okay.
I've only got Lord Tagashi's insight and honest assessment from
I
the
don't,
look of
I don't
it.
think those will work.
Yeah.
I got shallow waters.
So you can integrate them. You can use your what are they called? Opportunity to activate those shugi then.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and make your roll. It can either be games or composition plus your approach.
All right.
Okay.
I will do a water
After you.
approach. I want to charm.
Adapt. No. This. Oh, you're doing. Are you doing games or composition?
I'm gonna
Because
say
I've got a 0 rank in both those skills.
I'm gonna
so
say
like,
that Matt has to use games and not composition because he's just using one word. So he is definitely playing a game. He is not using composition at all.
mhm. All right.
So, but what I'm saying is, would water be, would charm be a approach to that? I guess it could be.
Yeah, you could do charm games. Yeah, definitely. You can definitely do charm games, or incite games, or trick games. Yeah. What are you going to do here? I think you're going to do enlighten, aren't you?
Well, I was gonna be playful with it. I'm like, you know
Okay.
what?
Playful is either water or air.
Water.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Oh wow, that's a good roll.
Nice. All right, I'll definitely re-roll those two.
Didn't you only need one?
Yeah, you only need one success.
Let's make it a little more fun.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and keep both the successes opportunity and both opportunities.
Okay. Do you wanna
Actually,
use-
no. Let's just keep that one opportunity without the strife.
Do you
and
want
leave
to
the
do you want to use your opportunity to activate a Shugi or anything?
I don't have a Shugi
Okay.
that's worth using unless I could like.
Then you can use your opportunity on the standard opportunity table.
Huh?
Then you can use the opportunity for the standard opportunity table.
Social skills.
Social skills.
Or any.
I'm trying to remember which page that is on.
It is toward the back of the book.
Yeah,
Like 328 or something.
Okay. General examples. Other skill examples. Downtime check. Shall I consider it downtime? Huh?
You are in downtime. Yes. This
Okay.
wasn't your downtime action. So definitely you can consider this downtime.
All right. So you know what? I think I will keep that extra opportunity just to make use of this one. So with 2 opportunities, I can make a new friend while undertaking my downtime opportunity. So that'd be fun.
Okay. All right. You will start. You can make a new friend in this game of letters. A new challenger joins.
Wait, isn't that the... I guess it doesn't have to be the opposite of a friend.
My turn.
Joshua.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wawa.
You only need 1 success.
I only need 1.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm going to take that success with an opportunity and that other opportunity.
Okay, and you'll take the strife with that.
Of course.
What are you spending your opportunity? Any Shugi there?
Yes. I am actually using the only Shugi that I purchased. Which is where are you at? Where did I put you? Shallow waters.
Which is what?
And I would like to that's it. I want to learn the target's ninja.
All right.
I wonder what would happen if I used a different approach.
Mm-hmm.
Void would have been an interesting one. Oh well.
I wish it just had their ninja in the NPC sheet, but it doesn't. So I have to like create it.
Okay. I mean, I could always make it easier and just learn.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
So this person's ninja. I'm sorry. Sorry about the
Did I
break.
stump the game master?
Yeah. You stopped me for a second.
Josh used confusion. Confusion successful.
It's super effective.
Ah, that's what I was looking for. Corey hit himself in
Cold here in
his
Florida.
confusion.
And that's weird.
It's cold in Florida?
Yeah. My hands, I can't feel them.
All right. Their ninja
Mm-hmm.
is to regain their lost love.
Crystal, right here.
Okay.
Like, that's what I thought.
Yeah, same here. That's what I expected, but I didn't know for sure. So, by the way, Corey, my 2 opportunities I'm going to use for the downtime fire I was trying to decide whether to use the fire downtime example, or the general fire one, but to like make it seem more flashy. But what I think I'm going to use is 2 opportunity, energize another character in your company with your efforts. They may perform 1 additional downtime action this downtime. So whoever is going to read this letter, the individual it's intended for, will gain a bit of energization from the letter.
Awesome. Great. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody meets up at the statue. Wait, I didn't ask Kage what he's wearing.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna wear my beaten up traveling clothes that are still cut from getting my arm broken, so the sleeve is kind of tattered a bit. No real iconography, and I'm gonna take my Tessin, my defensive weapon, with me in the like the obi or my gi.
Okay. Everybody arrives at the statue. You see Aizen dressed like a pure sailor, like a swabi. And you see Hitoshi standing next to him as you guys approach. And he's all smile and he says, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let's bring this."
Yeah, it'd be actually it would actually be nice to know the face to the friend, essentially, or know the face of the friend.
And there's Hitoshi with his ruddy face, and he looks like a swabi too. And he has a pair of kama in his belt, which are basically sickles. He says, "Oh, hello, friends. It's good to see you. I'm glad I got your invitation."
Indeed, I am as well. How have you been, Hitoshi? Well, let us keep the the opportunity to reconnect for a more pleasant environment.
You see, walking down the path, coming up, is this big guy dressed in furs. He walks up and he says, Inoue-san. Yes, let us revel tonight."
Yes, let us drink.
"Oh, I see you brought the little man." As he
I'm sorry?
gestures to Kage.
I look over and go,
Yes. Oh, I didn't properly introduce you. This is my friend, Moto Chagatai. We've known each other since we were little.
Since you were little.
Since you were little. I was never little.
No, you're always towering over me. Which, by the way, Tagashi, you have to try this one drink that he has.
Oh,
Fantastic. It puts hair on your chest.
I didn't bring any with me. We were going to a sake house. I didn't want to upset the locals. We can
there's
fight
always
them
time.
over other things.
Of course.
okay.
Of course, I'm dressed in traveling gear and I'm wearing my fur hat.
So you guys all make it down to the sake house, and you walk inside, and it is super busy in there. There's, you look around, and there's one table left.
Ooh.
And you notice there's a big painting on the table. And what it is there are blocks. They're just painted different colored blocks going down lengthwise down the table. And at the top, the block at the top is painted with Shinsei's face.
Shinsei's.
Okay.
Shinsei is the little he is like the founder of the major overwhelming religion of all of Rokugan. Shinsei.
He's basically Buddha.
Okay.
So
Like Buddha and Confucius wrapped up into
Yeah.
a big guy.
yeah, he is the spiritual soul of Rokugan.
Indeed. He wrote the Tao, which is like the principles of the religion. And he also advised basically every major clan founder on how to best serve the empire. The only one who didn't follow Shinsei was Akodo, the Lion Clan.
Chagatai sits right down at the table.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody sits down at the table.
I will particularly pick a spot that is right across from Chagatai. Directly across from him.
I sit right next to Chagatai.
A lady comes up, puts down a little drink menu for everybody. It's got a couple drinks on it. It's, you know, you can read there are strong drinks, there are light drinks, there are, you know, there's shochu and sake and other types of wine, plum wine, things of that nature that you can look through and peruse, and you can get bottles for the table, or you can just get the thing that you want.
Yeah, how are we splitting the check? Important to know.
I guess we can fight over that when we're ready to leave.
Yeah, right. So I will offer to purchase a bottle of very strong sake to start everybody up.
All right.
All right.
A very strong bottle of sake.
Yeah, very strong.
Right.
Not like very flavorful, but like get you drunk in a hurry.
Not very
Because
flavorful, just very strong.
Yeah, very strong.
because we want to get it started.
Exactly. We didn't get a
Right.
chance to pregame, so now we're hitting it strong.
Mark off 7 zenny.
Okie dokie. Good thing I got paid. I did not have this kind of cash flow. before.
Yeah. So Hitoshi says, yeah, I've talked to a bunch of people here that have been at the Topaz Championship.
Surprising to me that so many of us find ourselves together once again.
Well, we were the top. We were the best. Of course we'd be here.
Indeed.
Yes.
I simply feel that we are lucky to. Some of us are lucky to have survived this long.
And I'm not so mad about what happened. I talked to Toshimoko, and we've come to terms.
That is good to hear. She's not.
I figured this is why we're invited to Winter Court with our own house. Maybe it's me, right? And Eisen says, "Shut up."
Well, I wasn't going to be the one to dash his hopes, but certainly there is some reason why the Crane saw it fit to ensure that the Mantis had a representation.
Whatever the case is, I'm happy for you to have your own separate guest house.
Chagatai says, "I'm actually a little curious. Why did the Crane invite you?" And Eisen said, "The Crane didn't invite us. The Imperials invited us."
Indeed.
You know,
The,
Mia Satoshi is the guy in charge of all the invitations, right?
Indeed. Yes.
So why don't you go ask Mia Satoshi why we're here? Because if you ask me, it's because we deserve to be here, alright?
I'll cheer to that.
Kampai!
Come by.
Kampai. And it'll certainly prevent me from having to water bonsai with tea.
So here's the thing, Corey. I'm gonna call for a kampai for everybody to drink, but I'm gonna take a very tiny sip. But I'm gonna act like I just took a big sip. And I'll put my cup down.
So, y'all
trying
all
to get
notice
everyone
a
else
group of
drunk.
people weaving their way through the crowd in this place to your table. And they approach your table. It's a group of like 4 men and a woman.
Okay.
Ohio, konbanwa.
Good evening. Yes. Hey. There's no place to sit in the sake house. It's all full, so we want your table.
I'm open to sharing.
There's no place to share. Y'all are a big crowd already. There's no seats.
I feel like you might be better suited to gathering perhaps in another location in the bar.
You don't understand. You guys are on the Daruma table.
The what?
The Daruma table? Daruma Otoshi. He points to the painting on the table. This is a popular place. Sometimes all the tables have been taken up. And if that's the case, this table is contended. This is the last table. And if you can play Daruma Otoshi better than us, you can keep your table. If not, table's ours.
So this is where we would need to make a games check, huh?
Yeah. You can.
Okay.
Well, you don't need to make a games. This is more like a culture check.
Culture? Okay. To
Yeah.
know what the game kind of entails.
Who's
That is
good at
that is exactly what I would like to do. Culture.
The woman's like, "You tell him, boss." Yeah.
Culture. Earth for recall, right?
Yes.
Sounds right.
Okay, this is probably not my best check, but right. We'll see how this goes.
I mean,
Oop.
Oh, that's one
a
success.
success.
Yeah, it's a kid's game. It's you stack up little colored blocks, and you knock them out. And if the tower falls over, if you knock out, it's like Jenga.
Okay. I've heard of this game before. I look around the rest of the table. What do you guys say?
I don't see why not.
Does everybody know the rules? As I'll look around the table to see if everybody is aware of the game.
Chagatai's like, "What's to know? You hit a block."
Okay, it sounds like we're in
Okay.
unison with it.
All right, the guy goes, "Grand Daruma Otoshi," and the entire sake house just erupts, and they're like, "Daruma, Daruma, Daruma,"
Please.
and you
more
guys are
sake.
lifted out of your chairs, and you're pushed outside the back of the sake house, where there are two giant Darumas stacked up
Nice.
taller than you.
Perfect.
This should be interesting.
Oh, Celie, does anybody else have games?
No.
No.
Am I the only person?
So there are seven blocks, and the top block is the head. And if you knock the head over, you lose. And there are hammers, like big ol' Harley Quinn hammers.
Oh, you mean like my favorite weapon?
Nice.
I think I've seen this game, OOC. I think I've seen this game in an anime before.
No.
Okay.
It's called Nichijo. That's the name of the
Oh,
anime.
that's the name, huh?
That game. Nichijo.
All
For
right.
those who want to see what it looks like.
This is about to get crazy.
The owner walks up and he says, "Oh, we are doing the Grand Daruma Otoshi." Everybody's like, "Yeah!" Here are the rules. Each team picks 5 members to attack the Daruma. And you will go one at a time. You will pick which one of the blocks you are going to attack. each block will then be turned around, revealing the element that you need to attack the block with.
The stance you have to use.
Exactly. The first one to knock over their Daruma loses. But if you are able to knock the entire Daruma down to its head to the floor without knocking it over, you get a free bottle of sake.
That's nice.
That said,
Okay.
before you attack this Daruma, everyone needs a little bit of a handicap. Bring out the Bekhai.
Bekwai?
The Bekhai. And a woman comes out with different masks. And she hands each of you, she holds the masks with her, and she says, which 5 of you are going to be competing?
Let's
I slap
have
Chagatai on the shoulder.
quick huddle
He
with
slaps
our
you
group.
on the shoulder. Poop! Knocks you forward.
I laugh as I'm on the floor, dusting myself off.
I'll huddle in with Hida.
I jump in the huddle.
So, any of you got experience with this game?
I played it a couple times as a child, but it has been many years since then.
I've only heard of it.
I'm not feeling especially confident about it, but at least I know how to use this kind of weapon.
It was not particularly difficult. You did not need a lot of strength or heft to get the blocks, if I remember correctly. It was more ensuring that you didn't over attack the block, and that you were centered enough while doing so. Ensure that you did, or that you maintained your balance and the balance of the beams. But as I said, it has been quite some time since I have utilized any part of this game. I'm willing to try, though. Sake is on the line, and a table.
Correct.
Well, I'll give it a shot as well. Unless, someone else is feeling skilled.
What do you say, Chagatai?
What about Hitoshi? Hitoshi-san.
Oh, this is easy. I've played this 1,000,000 times. Let's do it.
I thought so. Come on.
All right. So it's the 4 of you and Hitoshi.
I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
I was going to swap myself out with Chagatai, if that's possible.
He pushed you in.
Jagakai pushed you, man.
Yeah. He's like, nope, you're going in.
So it
Fair
looked
enough.
like I was in the huddle too.
You're a PC. You have to do the thing.
Fair enough.
So, before you go, you are handed a mask.
I inspect.
They're
them.
like a kabuki mask or a fox mask. But yeah, they're made of clay. They look pretty neat, actually. Like, there's a big nosed like Tengu mask, and there's like there's an Oni mask, and all sorts of things.
I totally want the Tengu mask.
They do not have eye holes.
It's a cult.
I kind of figured that was why it was a handicap.
And
It's a warning shot.
and then a second woman comes by with a bottle of sake and fills each one of the masks with sake. And the other team too.
Okay, so we're not wearing the masks, we're using them as cups.
Yes.
For some reason, I'm flashing back. Did y'all ever watch Shanghai Nights, where they have the crazy game that they're like? No.
No,
Never
I
mind.
saw Shanghai Noon, but not Shanghai
It
Nights.
might have been Shanghai Noon. I don't remember, but they're in like the bathtub and they're playing some weird Chinese game where they're calling out words and names with each other, but they're getting drunk every time.
So here's the thing. Bekhai or Bekuhai are masks that they fill with sake That way, you can't put it down, because if you put it down on a table, the maths are uneven and will spill out the sake. So you have to drink it all before you do the Daruma.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I think I have something advantageous for this.
Well, I guess even if we lose our table, we had some fun and got drunk.
At the very least. All right, I'm down. Let's do this.
Oh, Martin Larson, welcome to the chat.
Yo.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome.
Like, so, like, so I do have a keyhole that will help me not get intoxicated.
Ooh.
That will also out you as not being a peasant.
It depends.
Maybe.
If he like explodes it. If he what's it called?
Cleansing spirit.
No.
What's the description of like
if he
what
burst
happens?
effect. Yeah. If you
Yeah.
use
Oh,
a
burst
burst effect, it will like
Ah.
if you do this and there's a burst effect, you will explode with ki energy as you do this. So you,
Oh.
And
you
remember,
might not-
you can't use any tattoos that are covered up. I'm assuming you're
Exactly.
covered.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Why not? It's a night to have fun. So
do it. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just remember, don't keep enough dice to burst affect it. Only keep enough to activate the activate the technique.
Okay, I'm trying to remember how many dice it is for burst affecting it.
Should say in
It's
the
in your description.
it's in the description.
Can we
Oh,
just a question. Can we like shout things and try to interrupt or distract our opponents?
There's no rules.
Yeah, all right.
Probably as long as you don't touch them or their Daruma.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
but I can talk shit to them and try to like get them off their
Strife
game.
them out.
Yeah, exactly. Strife them out, get them all frustrated and flustered, or get them dazed while they're about to take a hit, right where they're about to strike. That stuff will be fun.
Your
So,
mother
just to-
was a hamster.
just
and
to
your father
update
smells of
Martin-
elderberries.
So as
Exactly.
as as you're reading the rule to get familiar with your technique again, just to update Martin Larson on what's going on, they're at a sake house and they are trying to keep their table by playing a game of giant Daruma. Drunkenly.
Very drunkenly, because I also made the mistake of getting a super potent sake before we got even into this.
Doesn't that mean that I'm
Your
plastered if I
strongest
have-
bottle, sir.
Doesn't that mean that I'm also technically more drunk than the others since I had that drink?
And it was like a little bit.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
But yeah, you're as plastered as everybody else right now.
Okay.
Make your roll, Matthew.
Right. It's just to keep me nice and steady.
What is this? What does this
It's
do?
the TN1, so I'll just
Cleansing
take
spirit.
one success.
Oh, it's to keep you from getting drunk.
Yeah. Cleansing spirit.
Get too
Keyhole.
plastered.
It looks like it's.
I mean, I could reach out to another character and help still them too, but
That would be a burst effect thing, right?
Yeah.
Or is it a opportunity?
Is that an
It says,
opportunity?
it says in the activation, like the monk centers their key, then reaches out and touches another character, counterbalancing their turbulent energies with the stillness of the monk's own soul.
Okay.
Wait,
So-
does that mean that it only affects somebody else?
Ah,
Hold on.
What page is it on?
Yeah, give me the page number.
it's 182.
That may be to like purge somebody else.
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay,
both of
activation as a
your
support
spiritual
action.
resistance. You may
Huh?
choose. You may choose one other character as the target for the burst effect.
Okay, so
So it's
no burst
you unless you do a burst effect, and then it's
Okay,
somebody
so
else.
I'll just leave it as myself.
Learn to read. So yeah,
Oh, I shall never learn to
you
read.
are now cleansed. However that works.
He's
Well, this
removed
is
the
Kyo is
drunk.
active. Reduce the TN of all your checks to resist poison, disease, maho. Yeah, it'll work on alcohol.
Alcohol
is
is
not
poison.
affecting you right now. Sounds great. You've done it. Okay. Who
Just
is
to get a
going
little leg up.
first?
Perhaps our strongest contender should go first.
Well, I wouldn't have the depth of hand to keep the Daruma from falling. I'm not familiar with this game myself.
Hitoshi seems confident.
All right, maybe we can learn a little bit about this from him.
Unless you're gonna make one of us PCs go first.
Do you all vote for Hitoshi to go first?
I will offer to go first.
All right.
But if anybody else wants to go first, I will allow them to.
Kage, you're first, because every other PC is too timid. Gain a glory for going first.
Okey-doke.
Okay, first I want you to make a...
A fitness check to not be drunk.
Yeah,
That's what I
make
was
a-
thinking.
Make a fitness earth check.
Okie dokie. Fitness Earth. Will be fun.
Ooh,
Okie dokie, that's not too bad.
I think you're
Whoa.
okay.
I'll keep the explosive success. I'll keep the 3 successes.
Okay, you get 3 successes. Boom. Yeah, you're fine. You're A-okay. You can do this.
All right. So is this a games check or is this a
First, we're gonna you get to choose a block.
Oh yes. Okay.
They're all different colors, so it doesn't really matter which one you choose. I'm just gonna roll randomly, and we're gonna see what element you're gonna use. Okay?
Sounds good.
So you choose a block, and it is what's the order of the elements here? We have
We go in
Earth.
alphabetical.
it's air, earth, fire. It is fire. It is a
Okey-doke.
fire games check.
A fire game.
Yes.
I can do that.
You need 2 successes.
Okay, I'll take the 2 successes and
And the
I'll take
opportunity.
I'll take an opportunity and the extra the explosive success. Here we go. Boop. Okay, I'll keep all of that. The 2 extra successes the 2 extra opportunity I'm going to spend on making it super flashy.
Cool. You get yourself another glory as you are super flashy. As you describe how you knock that block out.
Okay, so I'll flip the block, look at it for a second as I see the red block. I will stand up, make sure the mask is on tight. Back up.
Oh, you're not supposed to wear the mask. You're just
Oh, you're
supposed to
not
drink
supposed to
it.
wear the
Yeah, you just drink out of it.
Oh, you just drink out of it. Okay.
You're not.
I was
They're
about to
basically.
put it
I
on and be
figured
like,
that was
"Screw
why
only
it
have
was
one eye
flashy."
anyway. I don't need both eyes. Yeah, splash. Okay. Then if I don't need
did
the
it with mask,
the mask,
like
what-
you did
what
it
I'll do is-
blinded by the mask.
I'll walk up. That could also be a way to do it, to make it fancier. But basically, what I do is I'll walk up, I'll drink all the sake, put the mask down to prove that it didn't splash out. Then I'll stand up, take a deep breath, and then do a pull back, and then swing, and then right at the last second, like blunt my swing so that it hits and like transfers the force all the way out to pop the block out all the way out like into the snow.
So the block shoots out like a bullet,
Yeah.
hits the snowbank, and embeds itself there. and the entire stack of Daruma falls down.
And then I will turn around and put my arms out in a big flash, and then hand off the mallet to the next participant.
Everybody cheers, including Martin Lawrence. Well done, Kage. Expect nothing less from a fellow lion.
I'll take that mallet.
Exactly.
All right, the other team gets to go.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a
thank you,
character
Martin.
sheet. What should I do? I'll use him. Okay, I'm gonna roll a die here to figure out what element he's going to use.
Fire again. Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Did I roll twice? I think I rolled twice. I'll use the second one.
Oh, yeah, that was...
I'll do Earth. I believe is... No, Air is first. So he'll be using Air. Air Games. Games is a social...
Games.
Yes. Okay.
Indeed it is.
He's going to spend a Void. So... +1 ring for Void. Alright. Boom. Holy shit. Did he already lose?
Womp womp womp.
Fortunately, he has a advantage that allows him to reroll 2 dice. So he'll go ahead and reroll this one and this one. And he still fails.
But he's closer.
I guess he
Boom!
was too drunk.
The entire thing tumbles down. Everybody's like, boo! Boo!
Gracious in victory.
They
I will
all
set-
start throwing, like, rolls at them. And pot stickers and
It's a
stuff.
toast!
They're forced to retreat out of it. Now the entire crowd, now the owner says, you can still keep going for the bottle of sake.
Oh. We
And the
have to
crowd's-
get it all the way down.
The crowd
Okay.
starts chanting, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
I will hand off the mallet to the Hida and go, fortunes favor the bold, Hida-san. Or actually, I shouldn't say Hida-san. Nozomi-san.
Yes, don't say Hida-san. That would be bad.
Okay. Let's see how drunk I am. Fitness Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine.
You're like
You are
super
fine.
fun.
Oh my god, you're fine.
Let's see if I can do anything with that opportunity, though.
You're like, this saga has nothing on Onu's piss. In fact, I wish I was more drunk.
I actually don't need that opportunity for anything. I can't use it for anything useful. Now, games. What element will I be hitting?
All right,
I really hope
it's
it's
out
not
of
void.
5. So I'll still be rolling a d6. But there we go.
That's the 6.
It's void. You turned it around and you see the void symbol and you just give the worst look ever. The sour look.
So 5 and 6 are void?
Oh wait, no, we're down to 4 elements, aren't we?
Well,
Yeah.
I
We're down to
don't
4
know.
elements. Oh, it's 1. It's air. Let's do air. Okay, it'll be air instead.
That's not so bad. I will be expending a void point.
I forgot there are 5 elements. And
I thought it would have like 6 also would have counted for void, like 5 and 6.
nah.
I just didn't know if they were all
Go.
unique. Games air.
Games air.
Games Games. There it is. With ring die. Oh no!
Oh no!
I have
Yeah.
failed.
Ah. The Daruma comes toppling down. And everybody... Oh, boo!
Oh no.
Ugh. I'm sorry. A free bottle of sake would have been a wonderful prize.
I will step forward when everybody starts booing and go, whoa. It is very cold out here. Everybody's just acclimating to the environment. Maybe we should restart and give this as a learning round for everybody.
The owner's like, get back in there! Show's over, everybody! Go back to your tables, it's time to drink.
Back to our table.
Alright, guys, that's the game for today. We're gonna end it right here. We're 45 minutes over anyways. We went long, but I wanted to get through the Daruma. I thought it was gonna be a pretty fun scene. I hope y'all had fun with it.
Yep.
I did. It was super fun.
You learned a little bit of culture, Japanese culture, what a Daruma is, what a Bekai is, right?
Exactly.
So,
at the end of the day, we're here to learn.
if you watched the entire video, if you made it all the way through, click that like button, because obviously you liked it. Leave a comment. We'll respond. We got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
And join us again when we... you know what? Click the bell. I usually don't say that, but yeah, we live stream, and when we get online, the times are different all the time. Depends on just when we can do it. So the bell is your best way to know when we're going to be online.
Indeed.
Because we need more cowbell.
Everybody,
Make sure you never miss an episode.
everybody grabs 2 experience points, and that's
Yes.
it. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, buddy.
Hi, everybody.